Hey guys, my name is Michael. Hope you guys are doing well during this time. I was asked to just kind of share some things that's been on my heart. So in the last 3 weeks to about a month, I've been reading Psalms every day, writing one verse out of each Psalm, writing my prayers out. It's been a huge help. And in writing that, a lot of the with Psalms, I see a lot of trust in that. You're putting a lot of trust into prayer, into your words. And a couple stories popped to mind. As a lot of you know, I worked at a camp for a little bit, and I worked on ropes courses, which is a pretty rad job. You meet a lot of people, and you also get to see a lot of students and leaders push themselves, their trust, their faith, everything probably to their limits. That's not something that they do every day. And so one story comes to mind. There's this kid named, his name was Joshua. Little kid, he was a freshman, super scared, terrified to go on. I had just met this kid briefly. I didn't really think much of it. It was just another day in the trees, and Josh starts coming up the first element, and he's already crying. He's already terrified, doesn't want to move, freezes at the first platform. I'm on the other side of the course. And I race down to him, and I go up to him and I sit next to him like, hey man, like, what's going on? And he's just like, I'm scared, I don't want to do this, like this just isn't what I normally do, I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, all right man, well, like, hey, let's see that next platform, let's get up there. If we can get up there, then we can maybe work something out, maybe you can go back down, maybe you can see that you can keep going. And so I have to pick this kid up literally, because he didn't want to go and he didn't want to move. He was glued to that tree. So I pick him up, and I go up this really wobbly ladder. If you've ever done the course at Hume, you know what I'm talking about. It's this second element. It's a wobbly ladder. I pick him up, and I'm pretty much just pulling him up, put him on the second platform, still crying, and he's just latched onto me at this point. And I'm like, do you want to keep going? And he's like, wiping tears out of his face, and he's like, yeah, like, let's keep going. Normally it takes about anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes to do the whole course. I held this kid's hand for about an hour and a half, and I walked him through this course, asking him questions, seeing what he does when he's not, on a ropes course, seeing how he's like in camp, what God's doing in his life. And at the end, there's a zip line. This is the highest platform. It's about 50 feet off the ground. And I hook him up. I'm like, all right, man, like, you look at everything you've just done. This is the last thing you need to do, and you'll be on the ground. And he was terrified out of his mind. He asked, hey, Michael, can you pray for me? I'm like, all right, like, it's not uncommon for a kid to ask to pray for them while they're on a zip line, or before they go on a zip line. So I say a quick little prayer, God, protect him as he goes down the zip line and has the most fun. He's still crying, and he didn't want to go after that still, so I just lifted him up gently and released him down the zip line, and we were the last two off the course, so I zipped down right behind him. I asked how he loved it, and he had the absolute biggest smile on his face. He had just done something that he didn't think was possible for him to do, and I love that. I got to talk with some of his leaders and how he just didn't really have trust in the gear, how he didn't trust himself, he didn't trust us, and that got me thinking a lot as I would continue the summer, how we can at times we can so easily hesitate to trust the little things, yet when we meet a random person or a random stranger, when you go on a ropes course, you can so easily trust that they just know what they're doing. And my challenge to you guys is that if we can so easily trust people so that we've never met before, can we use that same trust to trust God? Someone who knows us fully, who knows everything that we are and ever will be. If we can trust a random person, I think that we can trust our Lord, who knows everything. So my encouragement to you is to keep that trust and kind of work with it, see what you can do. Maybe it is writing down a psalm and trusting that journal becomes that sacred space, trusting that He is going to fulfill the promises like He says that He does. So that's my hope and prayer for you guys, that you guys can kind of just take that trust that you already have and put it into something that's solid. Thanks guys, and hope to see you guys soon.